United States military in Japan joins in South China Sea, dividing defense zone China. Now, Japan and United States defense chiefs agreed to keep China in check in South China Sea. On Saturday, Taro Kono, Japan's defense minister, and also the United States counterpart agreed in Guam that they will keep China's maritime assertiveness in the South and East China Seas in check. And after meeting with Mark Esper at Andersen Air Force Base, Taro Kono said, "As for the South and East China Seas, we confirmed that Japan and also the United States will strongly oppose countries unilaterally changing the status quo by force. And Beijing is involved in territorial disputes with Tokyo, and also a number of other Asian neighbors in the water's territory. Japan to dispatch its largest warship the South China Sea beginning in recent, because its growing China military presence has fueled concern in Japan and the West. And with the United States military, now Japan will holding regular air and also naval patrols in region, to ensure freedom of navigation." And Pentagon officials also has challenging China, that fired 4 ballistic missiles into the South China Sea, that aimed to apparent warning to the United States and region on Wednesday. Taro Kono told Esper the launch could help destabilize the region, and that he will also monitor the situation with concern, according to a Japanese Defense Ministry official. Mark Esper condemned China's behavior in the waters region, and he saying at the outset of the talks, "We are steadfast in our opposition to Beijing's destabilizing activities in the region," he said. And Taro Kono said in response, "I think the world has been changing drastically. Not just because of COVID-19 pandemic, however because there are some attempts that aim to change the status quo by force and coercion." The Japanese defense chief also said that he and Esper reaffirmed that Article 5 of the Japan and the U.S. Security Treaty applies to the Senkaku Islands region. Tensions over the islands have been growing to date, with Chinese vessels spotted near them for some consecutive days through this month in territory. Kono and Esper also agreed during their first direct talks since January to cooperate toward the establishment of a new missile defense system in region, after Tokyo decided in June ago to halt plans to deploy the American-developed Aegis Ashore missile defense system some time ago. Kono said, "We agreed on how Japan and also the U.S. could enhance our cooperation on integrated air, and including missile defense, as well as ISRO called intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance capability." Kono also said, he explained to Mike Esper about the ongoing talks of Japan's National Security Council and recently, on alternative options. And Tokyo is set to indicate a policy on the new missile defense system in the month of September. The ruling Liberal Democratic Party submitted a proposal this month for Japan to consider possession of the ability to intercept ballistic missiles in South China Sea territory recently, and also others even in the territory of an opponent. Critics claim this would undermine Japan's war-averse constitution. During their meeting, Mr. Kono and Mike Esper also pledged to boost cooperation in outer space, sea, air, electronic warfare and including cyberspace. And recently, Taro Kono has met General John Raymond, the United States Chief of Space Operations, for the first time since President Donald Trump created the Space Force as a new branch of the American military last year. A possible the U.S. and Chinese military clash ahead of November's presidential election that has separately former Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd has warned. Addressing Melbourne La Trobe University, he said there was a possibility of conflict through miscalculation and escalation in South China Sea recently.